everyone to another day of my vlog. So it's nearly about 10:30 I guess, or 10:20. I'm not very sure, but after 10. And today, like, I had my classes, and then, like, after coming back, like in the morning, I had a bad news. I got a bad news from my mother that, like, my grandfather, he's like not there anymore with us. Uh, he passed away last year. So his sister-in-law, like, my grandfather's elder brother's wife, she passed away today. She was not really well for the past few months. Like, she had water blockage in her entire body. They had to take out water, had to do a lot of stuff, and she was serious in, like, I think May or June, but she got better, and well, she was in a lot of pain because her entire body was swollen up with water, and she passed away today. Like, they got her to Cuttack because they have SCB there. SCB Medical Hospital is really, like, famous, and they have a lot of instruments there, proper instruments, and she passed away today morning. Which I did not realize. Like, I misheard my mother, and I thought it's someone else. Uh, and then, like, during after lunch, I called her, and then that's when I got to completely understand after having lunch, like, when my classes got over. So, like, I hope she's in peace, because I heard she was in coma for a few hours or maybe several hours before she died. uh, I really hope she's in peace, and I really hope her family, her family members get the strength to carry themselves forward after this, because till my grandfather died, I used to think that my grandparents are invincible. Like, when my fellow mates used to lose their grandparents, I used to be like, oh no, they were old, but my grandparents are evergreen. They won't ever pass away. They'll be like there with me always. And then what happened is that I started my semester 1 in July, and that was the last time I saw my grandfather. And then I could not see him at all in between. Like, I could not go home because my home is very far from my college, and I was, like, in Bhopal for the first 2 months before coming to this college. Uh, so it was like the train would take me like 1.5 day. I had, like, let's say, 5 days of holiday. It will take me 1.5 to 2 days, and it's not even available every day. uh, and then there were flight issues, like, you have to take a 12 hour flight, and then again there was a problem with those, so I did not go. And then before I went, like, I was supposed to go home at the end of October after my ensigns, and in the beginning of October he passed away. So I did not get to see him, except at his last moments, in the sense that when we went to light up his fire. Um, and when that happened, this entire concept, a notion of your own people being invincible was shattered for me, because that's what everyone thinks. None of us ever acknowledge that we are aging every single day, and every single day we are heading towards death. None of us ever consider that. None of us are ever grateful of for living yet another day, because when we wake up, we are like, oh, I could not finish this deadline, I could not score this much marks in my exams, I could not land this job, I could not get this, let's say, a perfect relationship, I could not get this much money, I want this car, that car, or let's say phones. So we are so occupied with materialistic things that what most of us do is that in college, what I've seen, people usually spend a lot of time with their friends, because they feel like their family is permanent, it's gonna stay forever, and no one is gonna pass it, because none of us ever consider the notion of any members of our family passing away. uh, Even though it's very logical, we have learned about death, we know that death is the only ultimate and very surest thing in your entire life. That is like, there's Everything else has a less than 100% chance, but death has like 101% chance. That is the only guaranteed thing. Like in law, we also have a line for that. I don't remember exactly, but it also says death is the only surest thing. Um, and none of us ever consider that. We're never grateful for having to get to live another day. We are never grateful to have such a nice and huge family. We are never grateful that we got to spend another day with a family, because all we think about is going out with our friends, going to movies, going to shops, doing everything else, being a cool kid, chasing deadlines and everything else except spending time with the family. And none of us ever realize how important family is until and unless something happens to our family and it's shattered. Uh, which happened, like, it's not like I did not talk to my family, I did. But then I thought that my grandparents will be there every day. I thought that everyone, nothing is going to shatter my family. That's what I thought, because that's how it has been for, let's say, the 18 years, 18, more than 18 years. It had been more than 18 years of my life. But then this thing happened, and that is a very harsh reality check that someday people are going to pass away, you are going to pass away, your family is going to pass away. It's a very normal thing, but it takes time for us to accept it. That is why we have these rituals, like for 10 days, for 1 year, to accept things. uh, so I it was like the first death in my family. I mean, not in a close family. My grandfather's death was the first death. And I do not think I had even the time to grieve him properly. Like, I had to go that very day he passed away. I had an internal, and I had to like talk to my teacher and shift it. Then the next day I lighted his fire, and the very next day I came back, like through a connecting flight here. I reached like at like 9 or 10 or something, and the very next day I had another internal, like a 20 marks or 30 marks of exam. uh, that is how I gave my exam of my first semester here. uh, like, my exam started at 18th October. My projects finished at 16th October because I came late. I joined in mid-September. I had nearly a month to complete all the projects these people have been doing for 3 months. And then I gave all of my 6 subjects starting just the day before, while dealing with the news, that with the fact that my grandfather has passed away. And this thing really, it did strengthen me. I got to know that I can deal with uh, emotional stress along with academic stress. uh, but yes, that is what happens when a family member passes away. The land is just snatched away from your feet, and you always feel like, oh, that's what we all felt like. We were like, oh, maybe he could have stayed for, let's say, another year. He could have stayed for another 5 years. That's what everyone feels like, right? Like, after someone passes away from your family. But there's no perfect time for someone to pass. It's everyone has their own timeline, and it is it's a blessing that some people get to live this materialistic life when they are very fit and able, and not when they are in a vegetative state in the coma. And that is the only thing we were we felt peaceful about, because my grandfather was, well, he was in peace when he passed away. He had a heart attack, is what we were thinking, but it was not severe, from what the doctors checked. Like, he was not in pain when he passed away. He passed away peacefully, and that is what I've been hoping, that my grandmother, my grandfather's sister-in-law, my elder grandmother, she also passed away peacefully. uh, and it just reminds me, like, it should be a message for everyone. And it's not a message for anyone till someone dies from their family, actually, because we are so obsessed with the internet and the online world to ever think of anything else beyond being the next cool person. So after that, I have become grateful to spend days with my family. Like whenever I go for holidays, I cherish those days. I count those days. Um, it has made me grateful to be able to live, because honestly, with the kind of lifestyle we all have been maintaining, I doubt we'll even get to live as far as our grandparents did. But yes, it has made me aware of a lot of stuff in life, and well, it's a stepping stone of maturity when you start accepting death as a part of life. But nevertheless, it's no matter how much prepared you are, no matter how unprepared you are, it is going to hit you the same. Is like what I have observed. We were unprepared for this death, and we saw people passing away, and their families were prepared for that death. It was the same, except that when it's unprepared for, uh, you do not have a reason to blame the death on. Like if someone is unwell, you say that okay, fine, that person was unwell and that person passed away. But the other case, there's like not much, and well, you actually get to know a person after they die. Like does not make much sense, but when a person dies, the way people behave at their funeral, the number of people that visit them, like to pay their last respects, that is when you actually get to know a person. Because when went with my grandfather till the end, like to light his fire, and the not the burial ground, I don't know, not exactly what they call it, the crematorial ground. I saw a lot of families, they could not stand with their family member who has died, so they were like crying at one section. Then there was this area where they burnt people, the dead people, right? So I saw a lot of people, and from the from the kind of from the way they have wrapped you up and kept you there, that actually shows how much respect you have in everyone's eyes. Like my grandfather, he was wrapped properly in white clothes, and he had a lot of flowers on him, and people actually took him with respect, and it was all very respectful. And at the same time, I saw an old lady who was dead, of course. uh, she was not wrapped properly. She did not have any family member beside her. She was like wrapped really roughly. The cloth, like there was just a single bedsheet above her, just put very roughly. Nothing was proper, and they just took him and burnt her. So what actually shows that how many people stand by you even after you're dead, that is the people who really care about you. And but you don't get to actually know about it, right? I mean, after you die. And then I saw people who like we light the fires, right? The family members too. And then there are people who maintain those those cremation grounds, right? So for them, for us, a body, not even the person, a dead person's body is so important. It hurts us to see a relative getting burnt, but for them, it's just a body. I'm not trying to disrespect them or anything, but for them, it's because it's just a body, it's a part of the job. They have to get done with it soon, so someone else can come and use that ground. Like there's limited ground, and there's like a lot of people who are dead. So what hurts us does not hurt them, and which is like really uh, does not fit into my concept, because a person is not just their body, it's the body and what is inside them, the soul. uh, if you have your body but you do not have a soul, you do not have life inside it, the body is meaningless, right? uh, but then we are humans, we find it difficult to accept that we have lost someone, and we really cry over the body. We literally cry over the body. We respect the body, we preserve the body, but because that is the last sign of someone. We see people, like we do not see souls, literally we do not see souls. We see the body and the soul inside it. right? So uh, those people, for them it was a body, they had to do it like fast. I saw them too. And then there was this line who really touched me. It was like, you are born to do something. The world is a stage. You have your own role, and the moment you finish your role, it's fine. If the curtains close, you go back. You go backstage. Your role is done. It's like that. And that really touched me because my grandfather was a really great doctor. He helped a lot of people with his medical skills, with everything he could. Uh, and I felt like he fulfilled the role, the purpose of human life. Like, he was not attached to anything, and he helped a lot of people. He touched a lot of lives, and I felt like he made good use of him being a human and born in this earth, because a lot of us do not realize what a privilege it is to be born as a human in this earth. And I felt like my grandfather did his role excellently. So we were sad because we lost him, but then there was reality and we had to accept it. It was not like we had a choice that we could just stay and not accept it. And well, death is difficult to accept, but it is something which will eventually happen. So it's something we gradually learn with age. And yeah, a lot of heavy talk, but to change the topic, I went to the gym, and yeah, after that I had dinner and I sat and talked with my friends. And of course, I formed a group for my crimes project. There's a lot of projects coming up for each subject, and you have to form groups. And it's really a headache because you ask people and they're like, oh, we are not free, and then you ask in the group and no one responds. And after that, after you are in a group, people start like, oh, are you gonna come into a group? It's like such a huge headache because I tried it and I lost like one day. So I'm not going after it again. The rest, I'll figure something out. I'm not making too much plans. Okay, yeah, see you in the next video.